basically I'm fighting for my starting position now. Let's see how that turns out.
After our slow start, I'd been around long enough to know that I would have to answer to the media and my critics.
The season has been pretty disappointing for you guys so far. What do you attribute that to? Created opponents, team underperforming. I need to be better. I'll take the blame. It's simple. It's simple, really. I just need to play better. Okay, with how the team has been doing now, there's almost floating around that this could be your last season. Are you retiring after the year? Let me deflect that question. The only one who will be out of a job next year is going to be you if you keep asking silly questions. Let's move on to the next question, shall we?
Navigating that press conference was tougher than picking up a full-on blitz, but I got it done. Afterwards, I was surprised to get a text from Coach Vaitai.
Just saw your press conference. Nice job deflecting with a little humor. Reminds me of high school days, dodging defenders and breaking some ankles. Put a team at ease, avoid serious answer. Standard game day goes scored 3 touchdowns against the, I think it's Baltimore Ravens. Man, this coffee is extremely hot, boy. Man, yeah, by the way, top of the morning, everybody, man. If y'all just not tuning in, go ahead and smash that like button. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. I have been laying off football for a while, but now since the NFL season is coming back around and
today,
Madden 22 is coming out relatively
Stadium
soon,
in Cleveland, Ohio.
I'm just trying to brush up on my Madden.
It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Playing the 49ers. I thought we was playing ball. I was wrong. My bad.
It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they, too, were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
Never heard of him.
Throwing on first down. Bond.
Let's go all the way home.
Ayuk, but it's intercepted. You go like this. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point attempt here still to come.
Trying to play my controller in. Charge it. Okay, kick this field goal. Well, extra point.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Stop the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Bond. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Bond, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Henson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That was
And
some
they'll have it
lucky
in the
stuff.
red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm
That is some
evaluating
lucky
guys
stuff.
for my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
I just knew one of my defenders was going to be right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now a give right side. Henson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. Off the play fake, Robinson. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. The numbers in last week's game for Hooper: 5 catches, 60 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
They run the option on 2nd down.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. That was a perfect play. I messed it up.
Showing his strength
I messed that up.
there, a loss of 4. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Recovered by the receiving team.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it.
That's ridiculous.
Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll run on 1st down. Henson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their step.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it. And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
To throw on 3rd down. Bond completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Looking to throw. Bond looking middle, and it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw again. Bond. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
That was a good hit.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21.
I don't know how he didn't fumble
After
that one.
7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team?
Almost
if so,
intercepted.
you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
49ers 6.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe they'll...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. So, Charles, here we are heading towards midseason. It has not been the greatest of starts for this quarterback. He's had so much success in his career, but many on social media, the morning talk shows, wondering if he's lost his fastball, so to speak. What have you seen?
Well, a good bit of what you were just talking about there, and let's face it, the debate has been on for a little while now. With his morning talk shows, all the TV shows, in the newspapers, you name it. Bottom line is, he is not the same player that we've seen in the past. We know he's going to be a Hall of Famer. I'm just wondering if it's running through his mind right now, if he's trying to decide, is this my last year or not? And if so, will the head coach and will the team stick with him as a starter as they head down the stretch?
Here's Robinson on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Robinson from the gun on third down. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Yeah, the Browns are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Demarcus Robinson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. Come on now. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. On 1st down, Robinson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Robinson now on 1st and 10. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Operating from the gun, Robinson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. And less than a yard. To throw is Robinson from the gun on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They set up the screen to Chubb. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Robinson to throw on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin at Arrowhead as Baltimore is in town to take on Kansas City. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Michael Gallup, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Gardner Minshew, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here are the Browns to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Off play action. Robinson. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
What's happening, Joe Dagger? What's happening, man?
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Robinson. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Robinson throwing on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Nick Bosa in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, out and try and get some points.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Operating from the gun. Bond. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. First man through. It's the fullback use check.
The fullback up the middle.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play. Who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong. Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interceptions.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa. Able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
He is terrorizing.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Now a dump off here complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end,
tackle, he cannot
give some credit
hold
to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Oh, my God.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal. It's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
My offense sleep.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Bond. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has a total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 37. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 3 down to the 30.
End up when the going gets tough in here.
And this is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Open man is Samuel, complete.
Should be 4 inches.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the first down.
And his kick here is
I'm glad I didn't get a penalty because I ran into him, I think.
And that'll get the lead down to 5.
The score, Browns 14, 49ers 9.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. And look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And he fires one incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, bro.
Throwing again. Robinson.
Oh, my God.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
In fact, I'm going to try these double slants.
From the gun, Robinson. And that's incomplete.
Robinson's pass.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down, Henson, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
27-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. And the 49ers first down.
Operating from the gun, Bond. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On second down now, Posey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
7-yard line. It's a gain of 3. First down, San Francisco.
From the gun, Bond. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Second down and 7. Operating for the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
This is weak.
Fortunate to get that football back.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, let me take my puppy out real quick. Let me use the restroom. Hold on.
It's trailing here in the second half. Last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Ain't no way they supposed to kept that
second and short
fumble,
now
man.
following the fumble. From the gun, Bond out to the right to Humphries. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Bond firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Man, they moving, bro.
And taking it to the 15-yard line.
If they score, they're going to be winning. If they score a touchdown,
15 more
they're gonna
there,
take
and
the
they're on
lead.
a roll. It's another first down. The 10.
Let's get it.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
Let's go.
And a great return as they're finally
Take
able
that
to
all
take
the way
him
back
down.
home.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
That's why I'm going for it. Word.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Wow.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I just need to hold on to the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bond.
Nice.
No,
Hey,
slant.
hey.
able to find Ayuk.
Complete to Brandon Ayuk.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll keep it on the ground. Henson. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And the result
And not
here,
give up a
pickup of
touchdown.
8.
They can have a
Leaves them
field
with 2
goal.
to
That'll
go
only
on
give them
2nd
12.
down.
But they're going to go for a
Obviously, this has not been a
touchdown.
banner game throwing the football. So what you got to
They're
do?
not
You got to
even
kind
going
of
to
down
attempt
focus,
the
don't you
field
think?
goal.
Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
If they're
And
smart.
interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
The field goal is not going to help him.
Desperation throw
There we
deep
go.
downfield.
There we go.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
There we go.
Picked off at the
There we
11.
go.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
I'm just let the clock run out, man. I ain't
So
about
the
to play with
Browns
these
in
boys.
possession of the football here as we get you
Uh-oh.
reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Uh-oh.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Found a
just try to
little
go
room there
ahead
as
and
he's
keep
out to
getting
about the
first down.
37. The 49ers now going to
Clock
use the
keep
first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run it again with Chubb and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
One more time out.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
First
and he
down.
will have
Let's get
first
it.
down yardage as he's brought down
Now
at the
just
41.
take
Now
a
the
knee.
Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have
I
to
ain't
burn
gonna
one there
risk
after giving up
throwing
the
it.
first down.
And
they take a
getting
knee.
the interception and them going marching the ball all the way down there and scoring the touchdown. I don't want to risk that. So I ain't giving me the option to take a knee again. I could have picked it manually.
Just like that. Just like that. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54. Ricky Rick. Ricky Rick.
So about 1 second and I'm snapping.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able
That's
to
a
rip
good
off
run.
a big chunk of yardage before
Good
being
run.
dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day
go
coming
for
here
it.
in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his
Probably
teammates,
coulda got
doesn't
more
it?
if I didn't
To be
try
able
to
to produce
trip.
this late in
That
the
slowed
game
me
can
down.
lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
I'll keep the ball on the ground.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's taken down inside the 30. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when
I don't even
coaches
need
that have
to,
a
snap
reliable
it
running
again.
game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love
24
the idea that they can
seconds
take the air
on
out
the,
of the
play
football at this
clock.
point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive
10
line,
seconds
counting
left
on
in the
the
game, so
runners, taking care of the
time
football.
gonna run out.
Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to
That
be a
was a
hero.
good
We're not
game.
going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a
Narrowly.
bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half, but their first half output that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along.
Man,
but instead, it's goose eggs in
me.
the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
They was stopping me.
So for the Browns, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.